welcome to this very special show, Dhanteras, the Gold Rush, and I'm Manisha Gupta. Well, the festival season has kicked off and it is that time of the year when Indians make heavy investments in gold. Dhanteras is one of the most important festivals celebrated in India. This one-day-long festival is considered an auspicious occasion to invest in gold, silver, and it is believed that doing so will bring prosperity, good luck and happiness in the family and business ventures. But is this the right time to buy the precious metals? Are gold prices low enough to make long-term investments? Where is gold headed from now on? That is our discussion on today's show. Let me welcome all our guests first, and we have Mithun Sacheti, who is founder and CEO at CaratLane. Also joining us is R.K. Sharma, COO, PC Jewelers. PR Somsundaram is MD at World Gold Council, and Robin Barr is Head of Metals Research at Global Market Society General. Gentlemen, hi, thank you so much for joining us. Well, we have seen a lot of move coming into the markets. The buying has been quite strongly, and let's quickly check on how much gold people are buying this Dhanteras. For that, but before we start our discussion, we have Jude and Prerna tracking the festival buying. Prerna, let me come to you first. What is looking like in Delhi? How are people buying and what are they buying?
Well, New Delhi streets are buzzing with shoppers ahead of the Dhanteras today, this auspicious day where people are flocking to accumulate more gold. And this Diwali seems to be the best in terms of jewelers, if you compare to the last few years as well. I'm at the PC Jewelers store here in New Delhi, and buyers here are flocking, some to purchase more gold jewelry and many to buy gold coins. We've been speaking to the store manager here. They are seeing a large number of footfalls as far as gold jewelry is concerned. PCJ says that over the last 1 month, where they have already begun their pre-Diwali sales and various other schemes, they've already seen 25% more in terms of their sale numbers over the past 1 month, and they are hoping that ahead of Diwali, where buyers purchase more of the gifting items in terms of gold coins as well, and post that the wedding season is also expected to start. But particularly on this day of Dhanteras, the shoppers here are flocking to buy more of gold jewelry as well to accumulate gold coins for investment purposes. And the store manager also tells me that they are hoping for a lot of footfalls on this day, because compared to last year, this year buyers are flocking more to purchase jewelry. So clearly, a bumper Diwali for jewelers as well as for consumers this season.
Indeed, Prerna. Thank you so much for bringing us that view from Delhi. Let's do another check in the country now. And for this, we are now going across to Jude, who is in Chennai. Jude, hi. How is the buying going in there?
Well, the spirit of Dhanteras is alive and kicking right here in Chennai. And I can tell you that I spent the greater part of my days scouring the city's commercial markets from Tinagar to Mylapore, seeing what Chennai's buyers are up to. And I can tell you one thing, the festive metal that is gold is all set to make a big comeback as far as Chennai's buying is concerned this year. And it's not just because of Dhanteras and Deepavali, as the festival is called in these parts, but remember, it's also because there's a marriage season that's very much alive and kicking as far as Chennai is concerned. Remember, December and January are the months where gold buying sees a big rise as far as Chennai is concerned. Now, I can tell you one thing, we're in Mylapore right now in one of these jewelry outlets called NAC Jewelers, and as you can see, people have made a beeline here to see what the latest is as far as the gold, the precious metal is concerned. And I can tell you one thing, the favorite here really is traditional. Remember, this is Chennai, it's a very conservative classic market. So as I can see here, and as you can see as well as far as buying is concerned, the flavor really is traditional gold jewelry, right from the Kasimala, which is of course an ornament made of several coins, to long necklaces and long earrings. Gold really is the big buy. I've spoken to several jewelers in the last few days, and what they tell me is that as far as the jewelry market here is concerned, 60% of buys are usually gold. So gold really is the favorite metal, not just for Dhanteras, not just for Deepavali as the festival is known in these parts, but also because it's a marriage season here in Chennai and it's gold all the way. So the festive season is here to bring festive cheer, and it's gold as far as this festive season is concerned.
Bumper Diwali is what the jewelers are calling it this time around. But let me come to you, Robin Barr. Robin, thank you so much for joining us. What's your sense? Because this is the biggest and brightest festival that Indians wait for, and the gold buying really is at a high. What would you say? How good an idea is it to buy physical gold?
We believe that the environment is friendly towards gold, and with so much uncertainty, perhaps even fear about the global economy, the fact that a lot of other investments are not doing that well, sovereign debt is yielding negative yield, for example, we think that buying physical gold is a good way to diversify a portfolio, to hedge against any risks out there, and we think that there are any number of risks going forward. So we believe that any dips in the gold price should offer a good opportunity for investors and fabricators using gold to accumulate relatively cheaper levels of gold.
Robin, but as the data suggests, Indian households hold something like 22,000 tons of gold. Last year, India has imported something like 750 tons. This year could be another 650 tons as well. So how good an idea is that to keep getting or keep accumulating gold? Would you say that the uncertainty and the fiat currencies, the global market inflation picking, all of that does augur well for us?
I think it does. When we look at the environment, I think there's any number of uncertainties going forward. Also, when we look at other conventional assets, we look at equities, for example, they do seem to be richly valued and could be headed for a correction. We mentioned earlier that there's negative yields and rates in the fixed income world. So there isn't a lot of other areas to invest into, and if you are anyway friendly towards gold, we think it's a good idea to steadily accumulate physical gold or purchase gold futures, for example. We think that the factors that have supported gold in the year to date, those factors aren't going to disappear anytime soon, and we think that the gold price can move moderately higher over the course of 2017.
Robin, then people who are buying gold today and in this week, because this is the festival and the wedding season in India, and buying gold is a tradition, is considered auspicious as well. But if you would want to look at from an investment point of view, and as you said, there is more bullishness here, so what kind of returns are we talking about in next 1 year?
We're looking for a moderate increase. We believe that gold is trading in a potential $1,200 to $1,400 per ounce range, and we think that in 2017 gold should move towards the upper end of that range, so towards $1,350, $1,400. And given where the price is today, around $1,250, $1,260, that would represent, I think, a reasonable return. And of course it could go higher if those uncertainties and those fears become even greater than we would expect. So at the same time, we're not expecting staggering returns. We don't think gold gets back to the peak that we had several years ago, but certainly $100, $150 price increase from where we are today. I think that represents a reasonable return, so around 10%, 10 to 15% increase over today's current levels. I think when that's matched against interest rates holding near zero or perhaps even negative in some countries, a 10% gain, I think looks attractive.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, Robin, and giving us that view. So the view from Societe Generale is that 10 to 15% of a gain in gold prices in next 1 year is what you can reap if you bought gold this week. Let's get a jewelry check as well now, and for that joining us is Mr. R.K. Sharma from PC Jewelers. Mr. Sharma, hi, thank you so much for joining us. What has been the trend according to you? What are people buying and how are you looking at the numbers?
Basically, gold demand will be more, but physical demand for jewelry. There will be more physical demand. Earlier, when we see the total gold consumption, around 30% was on account of 30% was on account of investment and 70% for jewelry. But after you see, after the sovereign bond and some popularity in ETF, and one more point, that government is against black money. They are curbing black money. So there, I feel that there will be less investment demand in physical gold. But jewelry sector will be growing around 20 to 25%. This is my sense.
20 to 25% of gains when it comes to jewelry shops, but from shops to online businesses. And Mithun, how have the sales been? I mean, would you say that it has been a good festive season as well as far as the e-commerce's jewelry sales considered?
Yes, I would completely agree with that. I think it is a very buoyant Diwali, and I think it's great to see consumer spending back. And I think what's also, there's a very definitive shift as well that you're seeing in this Diwali, especially when it comes to jewelry purchases. The organized players are finally getting a dominant share on the family jewelers in this. So I think it is really working in our favor as well for that.
So whether it's online, offline, the sales have been on the stronger side. But Mr. Pandya, 2016 didn't start on such a great note because the first half, the first 6 or 8 months, did not see too much of a sale coming in. The government steps haven't been so appreciated. The policy regulations, all of that has seen a bit of a turnaround since then. But in this quarter, do you see all of that actually changing?
Having wasted 4 to 5 months in this protest and various issues, the industry has now geared up to doing their businesses, which is not only domestic but also exports. And I'm seeing for last 2 months a very significant growth in business, both domestically and in exports. In exports, we are, registering over 25% of growth, and in domestic market also, we have seen a good growth in the month of September and October.
All right, that's the view really coming in from all our guests, that this festive season has brought in quite a cheer, whether you are a jeweler, exporter, or of course an online or offline business there. But with that, let's go in for a very short break. We will continue with our discussion on the other side.